What's up, buddy? Tell me about your problems. It's like, no, now that I'm on camera, I'm not fucking talking to you. So whatever. So yeah, the milk in the fridge was bad. In case you guys don't know, this is a semi-up-to-date video as far as like me as a person uploading it the day that I'm filming it. So today is April 19th, 2018. It's a beautiful sunny day out here in China Grove, North Carolina. And Backyard Samurai, this video goes out to you because we just happen to have another we just happen to have another milk carton that went bad. It went bad a long time ago, though. I don't know if you can read that date, but it definitely says March 14th. January, February, March. Yeah. I still had to count. Yeah, but it's done. It's definitely done. Like, I can't smell milk. Dairy products, to me, in general, don't exactly smell the best. Like, all throughout my childhood, I've had to, I'd open up the milk and I'd smell it and be like, oh, that smells fucking weird. And they're like, hey guys, is the milk good? And they're like, check the date. And I'm like, well, we're still within like a week of the date. Like before its expiration date kind of stuff. And I still be like, well, you're gonna have to smell it because it smells bad to me regardless. People smell it and they'll be like, oh, it's good. And they'll be like, okay, I trust your word. And then I'd fucking eat my cereal in the morning. Nothing illegal going on?
No.
Good.
I dented my ukulele again.
How the fuck did you do that?
I was messing with this.
Okay, here. And yeah, so that's the thing. But I smelled it, and it actually genuinely smelled sour to me, which is one of the first times. I've probably only smelled sour milk, like, 5 fucking times ever. But it smelled bad, and it's obviously, like, a month out of date. So, I took it out here, and I was like, hey, Oliver, smell this. And she's like, ugh, that's bad. And I was like, alright, cool. Dumped it out and filled it with water after I rinsed it out because I don't want to get nasty milk shit all over my sword. I found a 5x5. I don't think I have a tree stand of any kind. I don't know if I mentioned, but call out the Backyard Samurai because he's super cool. Looking out. Yeah, as far as buying a new sword, the Henwei Practical XL, which actually, like, the price you quoted is a very decent price. I've seen swords that are so expensive they're insurable as art kind of stuff. But most of the time those are made out of like Damascus, and I don't even get the chance to touch them, let alone like get on my lunch break and look at them kind of stuff. So we're gonna keep using Gensuke, the crummy little $20 full tang. At least it's full tang. Crummy little $20 full tang katana that I got at a gun show when I was like, I don't know, 15. I did a little bit of work to the sheath because the sheath, like, the paint was starting to crack off a bit. And I just wanted it to be slightly more weather resistant. And I'm a redneck, so fucking duct tape, yo. On top of that, hey, I'm not even speaking in a southern accent. Yeah, this is gonna be a good video. So yeah, no, and I got bored with some sandpaper, and after making all my wooden swords, I decided, oh, fuck it, I'll do something with metal that is, you know, worth a damn, it's gonna last, that I'm not gonna have to sand over and over and over again. And what used to be really, really deep gouges from the belt sander that I used as a 15-year-old, turned out a lot smoother, and the sandpaper, obviously, like, sharpened it up a lot. I've honed it since then, only a little bit, but it's got a nice little edge on it. My clip tip, thanks to the sandpaper, is almost gone now, but katanas don't really need clip tips. You're not going to be, I mean, penetration is a thing for any sword, but whatever. There's still some nicks here and there. There's this fucking thing that one of my friends did a long time ago. It's about a 3mm dip into it. People that don't know how to swing swords, I'm not ever going to give my sword to again, because we went outside, we're like, hey, you want to go chop up the trees? And Josh was like, yeah, totally, let's do that. It's like, I got a katana. He's like, whoa, you got a katana? I was like, well, it's a $20 katana from the gun show. He's like, oh, so it's not a real katana. I was like, don't joke. And so we go outside, and I chop up a couple of trees, nice, beautiful, clean cuts, because I take pride in my edges, and I take pride in the way I swing my sword, and unless I'm drunk, like you saw in the last video. And yeah, so I hand it to him, and he's like, wow, so it'll really cut through stuff? I was like, apart from you watching me cut through shit, yes, it cuts through shit. And I took a couple more swings, clean cuts through like saplings this big around kind of shit. And he's like, oh, wow, that's cool. And I hand it to him, and he does a straight-on fucking swing. Not an angle or anything like that, just fucking straight across the grain swing, and does that to it. Just bends the shit over, and it took about a month of sanding and whatnot to just make that little divot sharp inside of the divot so that it's not a complete and total fucking waste. Instead of buying a new sword, I am thinking about cutting it right there at an angle like a katana would be angled at the tip, and then maybe doing some small angling back like that to give it a little clip tip. It would drop it to that size, and since I don't have any sheath other than the one that came with it, I would more than likely be doing a cut somewhere right there, or more than likely a little bit further, right about there, so that I can take the little metal tip off of the sheath and slap it onto right there, so that it'll just be like a mini katana. Actually, the more and more I think about it, the more it would make sense as far as the handle length goes, because with the length of this blade, this is not a good handle length. Most katanas, you want leverage. Hell, any sword you probably want leverage, but most katanas you want leverage, and you need your backhand to be right about there, and I'm only grabbing like an inch right there. I've got all this extra shit right here that I can't put leverage on, so it's definitely not a horseback katana. I don't remember any of the different types of katanas. Backyard Samurai, you could probably help me out with that. Yeah, so that's future thinking stuff, maybe cutting it right there, and having it be like a long tanto or a short katana thing. I don't remember what the middle one is either. But yeah, the cutting this would be pretty simple. Jigsaw, sand it up, make it clean again. And since I'd be changing the belts on the belt sander, I could probably take all of the gouges that I couldn't take out with the hand sanding, and make it actually look really nice again, apart from, you know, duct tape and medical tape on it and whatnot. That's just me as a Final Fantasy nerd. I didn't want to put duct tape on the handle. Fucking medical tape. Bandages. So yeah, that said, gonna re-sheathe this monstrosity, and I don't know, that's kind of what I'm thinking, although it's not quite as tall as I would like for it to be. I was hoping to maybe find another log or something like that, which I know we got a bunch of logs over there, and I don't know how many of them are rotten. That one was a pine log, so it's kind of just gonna stay put as is, as long as we keep it like constantly in the sun and stuff, and it's not like getting wet and dry and wet and dry and wet and dry. It is pretty cracked and riddled, so it's a log, so whatever. But without further ado, let me pack my pipe, and you can come with me.
All right.
We're gonna go in.
That just fell.
Why? It should be wedged in there.
Well, I guess it wasn't.
It should be wedged in there.
Well,
Things keep pushing it out, and people keep doing things. All we're doing is sticking hands in here, and really, like, it's not that easy for it to come out. Things are just pushing it. We don't need any of this right now, do we? Maybe, I don't know. I know you like your little speaker. Yeah, let me pack my pipe. We'll go outside. This is probably going to be a long video. I'm estimating right now anywhere from 17 to 20, 25 minutes. Just because I talk a lot, I lose my train of thought thanks to ADHD and ADD. Yeah, most people say that you are one of the two. I was one of the lucky few to get a diagnosis from multiple different doctors for both. As well as ODD, or oppositional defiance disorder, and OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. And I have not been diagnosed, though I do correct people consistently. I might have something called GPS, and I don't remember the actual term for that, so that's the thing. But come on.
Yep.
So we're gonna go into the barn.
Yep, I dropped this thing. And then that happened.
Why do you? I'm gonna be a camera person, holding everything else at once.
Hey, no, that thing fell out with my foot.
Oh, okay.
Just
All right.
it fell out of the car.
Situational awareness, my young Padawan. Situational awareness.
It
Camera.
wasn't on the floor until you knocked over the soda can box thing.
What, the little metal ring on the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't even know why I brought that in the van. I just thought I might be able to tinker with it, put it on something, make it cool. It might make a pretty cool hilt for some kind of sword if I were to make another one. I don't have any good stock steel.
Okay.
And the bench grinder is in a weird place, so it's not like I can work on long pieces as far as swords go. Dowel rod. Dowel rod.
I have that on camera. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Oh man. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're dead. That was just... People tell me not to look down all the time. That's probably why. I mean, I find cool, shiny things on the ground all the time. But that is a reason not to look down all the time.
Yes.
I cannot believe I fucking did that. What's up?
Ow.
Yeah, how's that sound? How's that feel in your ear hole?
My ears feel like they were just raped.
Drums are banging now. I think the wind might have like lowered it down a little bit. The thing
Yeah?
is broken.
Okay.
It's very, very broken. Got some steel.
Watching everything I do.
I saw a thingy.
Watching everything I say.
Oh, okay, it's that thingy, and it's definitely not usable either. What do we got over there? Is that a chunk of... No, it's a box. Flashlight. Not as bright as it could be. Looking around for some kind of stand-like thing. Not really seeing anything. There's a few things that we could just flip over. There's obviously buckets and stuff too, but I feel like a bucket being light at the bottom and a gallon of water being slightly heavier at the top would just defeat the purpose of putting it on a stand or making a makeshift stand. We're gonna keep looking around though. Stuff. More stuff. Stuff. More stuff. Stuff. Let's go out in the yard.
Okie doke.
See if there's something out there. This is mainly mechanical parts for motorcycles and AC units. I mean, hell, we could probably take this little guy. Or this one, because it's cleaner. And just put it on top of the other one. Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
But yeah, like I said, it's a beautiful sunny day out here in North Carolina. We're gonna do some backyard swordplay, I guess.
Spring is such a wonderful season.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be the area of destruction.
Okay. Right at the line of shade.
Nails are as sharp as steel. This is actually going to be the same fucking height as that thing. I should probably get that log. I
Yeah.
want to.
That's a good idea.
I like moving logs. Moving logs was my punishment as a kid.
Yikes. Chopping logs was partially my punishment, but also a chore. It was just a thing that needed to be done all the time.
Dad and I cut down about 100, maybe 120 trees.
Mm-hmm.
They were all pine trees that were ready to fall.
Mm-hmm.
And they were pretty close to the house, so we cut them all down. That is the key reason, that's the main reason why my dad's back is so fucked up.
Because of moving logs?
Moving logs, trying to push trees so they'll fall in a different direction, constantly bending over with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
On like 120 different trees that are already laying down on the ground. It herniated one of his discs. He had to get a spinal fusion with 2 titanium rods.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Because of that, he's pretty much in excruciating pain all the time. It's a good spot though. Find a small hill-esque area. Actually, that looks semi-level.
Cool. I mean, it's
Fucking not
not.
at all. Needs to be more like that, which means pulling it probably further this way. Try to find like a chunk of grassy mountainous. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Okay, I
just
shall
don't
zoom
want
in.
it being all lopsided. What?
I thought you said, like, look at that, so I was like,
Oh,
okay.
I said maybe that, but you can by all means look at that because you're being my camera person.
I was using the tree as a nice backdrop, so.
Okay, I mean using the tree as a nice backdrop and
Meow.
focusing on what we're actually doing.
I am.
So you're trying to level a fucking log. There we go. Nope. What do you want?
He's just being like snuggly, cuddly kind of cat. Kitty cat.
You've been underneath the van again, bro. You got oil on you. You stop doing that. It's not healthy for you.
I'll stop sleeping under the van and licking the oil off myself when you quit smoking.
Deal.
I have the attention of the golden kitty cat.
You do have the attention of the golden kitty cat. Here, take this.
Okay.
With 2 hands. It's probably level enough. I don't know. I
It's
had the
level enough.
perfect unlevel spot of land over there by the van. And that's
Yeah,
why I
okay.
could level that thing out because it's not a straight cut.
No, it's kind of curvy and
That shit ain't
more
going to work.
divoted through the middle.
That's also not a straight cut. So let's find the straightest cut. Actually, no. Find out what direction that cut is going in. And compensate for it. Haha. Because if it's one thing men are doing, or if it's one thing men are good at, it's compensating. Alright, that's a doable height, and it's wobbly and fucking scary.
Yeah, it'll probably fall over after one cut, but
It probably will. I'm gonna grab some shims, some scrap wood.
okay,
I gotta grab the sword anyways. Come on.
I'm coming. Meow. You can't be walking in front of my feet, Crookshanks.
Something like that.
Meow.
Or something like that. Both of those are good. Not very flat, but they are angled, so they might work a little well.
It's so bright. There's a lot of exposure.
Yeah, I know.
But it's also pretty awesome for the camera.
So she says.
got some eye boogers. Kitty
Yeah,
cat.
the rest of our wobbliness is between the two of these guys.
Alright.
You can see it wobbling like that. I keep smelling what I'm thinking is rotten milk, but I know it's not because it's fucking coming from the wind. Which is nasty. Of course, if it has anything to do with the garden that my neighbors are doing, then I'm totally okay with the smell because then we'll have like fruit-bearing awesomeness later. That duct tape, man. I'm happy I took the strap off. The duct tape keeps it in there nice. Like, really nice.
Wow.
Like, it's a really hard sword pull. It doesn't come out easy now. We'll only try and do one open slice. Ah! Nope. Fuck that. Yeah, so really, like, it holds itself in there. It's definitely got its own safety.
That was cool.
That was fun.
If only we had a slow-mo
not.
camera. That was not cool.
That makes me feel good though. It's leaning. Doesn't really look good at all, though. Let's look at the carnage.
Alright. There you go. Zing.
So yeah, this is that was that little divot nick I was telling you guys about. That's probably never gonna come out, and I'll probably just be cutting it right there. The first cut, I liked it. It was a nice cut. I like angled cuts. They make me happy. There it is. Let's try and reassemble our victim here. This guy goes first. Definitely did some shallow slicing right here. That wouldn't make any sense. Probably something more like that. Or like that. Or like that. Whatever. This patient's done for anyway. And then like that. Oh, I forgot we have this little guy. Well, sorry, we just we forgot to put your femur back in. So your left leg's just kind of jelly. Yeah. Totally. All right, and the same thing as last time. Trash cleanup is super simple. If you're using a sword that you paid anything over $40 for, I highly recommend you don't use the sword for cleanup. But that's just me. Shit. Good. 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 First, tell me your name. It's Derek. Ah, you cheated. I just told you that. Sorry. I was watching a video of a playthrough of Breakdown because I don't have the game anymore. And Xbox is going to make more original Xbox games backward compatible for the Xbox One, which is going to be fucking awesome. And Breakdown happens to be on that list. Unfortunately, Fable and Fable Lost Chapters are not on that list, which deeply, deeply saddens me. So that's also a thing. Do we have a rag? What do I do with the rag? I got a towel right here. It's my backdrop. Hold the camera. I use the nasty side. The other side's for my face. I didn't feel anything catch. good. The edge still feels pretty much the same, even after trying to chop into that 4x4, which I can see the mark right here with the whatever treatment, oily, sappy shit. It's just residue. I'll leave it on there though. This stone might be cutting the damn thing in half pretty much. So. And cut. Don't forget to subscribe.